Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit
Friends, look at the first point. Some HTML elements will get some margin and padding by default by the browser. So that means browser will give some default margin and padding to some of the HTML elements. Okay, next, second point. Each and every HTML element is a box in CSS. So that means whatever you write, that might be div, image, span, h1, paragraph, etc. Whatever it is, that is a box in CSS. Okay, next, third point. Box model is understanding that box which will have margin, padding, border as well as margin collapse. Okay, that is actually box model. Now let's understand all these margins and paddings and margin collapse. Okay, look at the right side. Here we have a box, and inside that box I have something called content. So here content is nothing but text or image. So for example, hello world, that is content, and by default it will have some width and height, or actually we'll give it manually. Okay, and just outside that box there is some space, and that is considered as padding. Okay, and after the padding, completely outside this box there is again some space, or will give some space at there, that is called margin. Okay, basically margin is to move this element from other elements. Okay, that is margin. And you can see if you give any width to this padding corner, that is called border. Okay, next, fill area is nothing but padding plus content. For example, if I give background color to this content, that background color will be affected to this padding as well as content text. Okay, that's why it is called fill area. Okay, now let's see this more clearly with example. Friends, just look at here. There is one orange box, and the space between this yellow box and this orange box is called margin. So that means I'm moving out from that yellow box a little bit, something like 5 pixels. So here this space is called margin. And inside the orange box there is some space, that is called padding. All this space is called padding. And whatever it is written, text, dot versus bracket notation, this is called text. Okay, so basically this entire thing is called box model. Okay, now let's see this more clearly in VS Code. So here I am in my VS Code. I have created two divs. One is box1 and another one is box2, and I have taken h1s in them. I'm box1, and second one is I am box2. Okay, I'll go to style.css. Actually, let's open this with live server first. So you can see we got that I am box1 and I am box2. Now let's give them some background colors. Okay, so I'll select box1 first, and here I'll write background as orange red. Okay, and I'll select box2 now, box2, and here let's give background as something like violet. Okay, now let's open this with Google. So you can see we got orange color, red orange box and violet box, two boxes, and there is some space between them. As we have already seen that there will be some default margin and padding, that is nothing but this space. Okay, now I'll give some padding to this box one, then you will get a clarity. So I'll go to this box. Okay, padding 40 pixels. Okay, and friends, just in case you don't know, padding takes values from first value will be top, and second value will be on the right, and third bottom, and fourth is left. Okay, and if you take two values, LUES, if you take two values, then first value will be top and bottom, second value will be left and right. Okay, left and right, and same applies with the margin. Okay, so I have taken padding 40 pixels. So you can see just inside the box, I mean just outside this content, text content, I have got some space. So that is called padding. So let's inspect this now, and I'll go to box. So guys, here is the box model. Let's inspect this again. Yeah, you can see I have got padding all the four sides. So this is the diagram just now we have drawn there. So this is a padding 40 pixels. You can see if I hover my mouse cursor here, you will get some different color at that point. So you can see that is the padding. Now let's you can see now margin is empty. Now let's give some margin also. So I'll go here and I'll give margin as 60 pixels. Where is that? Okay, 60 pixels. Now let's go to Google. You can see now margin is 60 pixel. So the initial width of element is 514 width and 80 height. Okay, along with that padding as well as 60 pixel margin. Okay, this is the box model. Now let's give some border also, and I'll give border something like, let's say 5 pixels solid, and here I'll give color as 111 or 333 or 000, whatever. So now you can see we got extra border as 5 pixels just outside that padding. Okay, at the padding corner there is some border, and after entirely outside the box we have margin, and that is 60 pixel. You can see we got different colors as I'm hovering over them, and this is the text. Okay, now let's go to VS Code and I'll give it some width. Okay, we can even give width and height, right? So I'll give it width as let's say 200 pixels. Okay, and height is GHC, height is 200 pixels. Is that okay? 200 pixels. Okay, now let's go to Google. So you can see we got width and height. That's super cool. But let's look at here in the box model. We got 200 width and 40 padding and everything is fine. I'll just hover on that box. Now we can see at the box one, div.box1, width is 290 and height is 290, but I gave width to 200 pixels, right? But how am I getting that 290 pixels? So here what's happening is, friends, 200 pixel is a width, right? And 200 pixels width, some plus padding on both sides, 40 plus 40, that means 280, and border on both sides, 280 plus 5 plus 5, 10, it means 290. So what I want to tell you is width equal to padding on both sides plus border plus 200 pixels whatever we given, so that will be totally equal to 290 pixels. Okay, and same applies with the height. Height is also will get 290 pixels, same. Okay, now now we will get some problem here. So if you give I have in my web page I have given box width as 200 pixels. So I have created a web page, but my box completely size increased. Now it is 290 pixels. So I'm not able to get that box or image I wanted. So to get the control of sizes like that, we have one excellent property in CSS. So here I will write something like box sizing border box. Now you will see the magic. So you can see now width is shrunk to 110, and I have and if you hover on the box, you can see my my width is 200 pixels. So you can see I got the same width I have given, 200 pixel and 200 pixel height and width. So here what happened is actual width of the box is shrunk. Okay, here actually it should be 200, right? But it is not 200, it is 110, because it managed with padding and border, because padding and border is also important, right? It should have 40 pixel padding, right? So to give priority to that padding and border, actual width of the element will shrink. Now I'll get some control over the box, right? I can increase my width to something like 250 pixel. Now whatever I give my width here, that will be fixed. So I will have some clarity and I can design web page with more control over the sizes, right? So that's why we'll always use this property called box sizing border box. Okay, so I'll change it to 200 pixels. Now let's copy all these things. Okay, and let's paste that here, and I'll do something. I'll remove this margin. Okay, so now you can see second box, I'm hovering them. Okay, I'll inspect that second box. Okay, you can see we got 110 as width and height, and 40 two sides, and border as 5 pixels, but there is no margin because we removed margin, right? And if I inspect on the first box, we have margin, not here, here. Okay, we have margin as 60 pixel on bottom as well as on top. Remember, on bottom and on top and left and right, we have margin as 60 pixels, right? And second box there is no margin. Now I'll do something. I'll give margin to second box 60 pixels. Let's see the magic. You can see margin is applied on the left side and right side. That is why it came a bit towards the right side. But on the top there is nothing affected, right? Because for the first box margin bottom is 60 pixels, and this for the second box margin top is 60 pixels. Now there should be 120 pixels in between, right? Now if I hover on the second box, you can see I have margin top as 60 pixels. Okay, now if I hover on the second box, if I inspect on that first box, not here, sorry, not page source, here. So you can see I have margin bottom as 60 pixel. So here margin bottom 60 pixel is there, and here also margin top 60 pixel is there, but both are sharing only one margin, right? Only 60 pixel margin is sharing, but I have given 60 to both. It means 120. So instead of 120, they are only sharing 60. So here what happens is, in the box model, margin collapses between two elements when they are next to each other. Okay, so here the second element is next to the first element, that's why their margin collapsed. Okay, now whichever the margin will be largest, that is used. For example, I'll go to my box one, and here I'll give, where is that margin? Here I'll change this margin to, let's say, 100 pixel. Okay, now you can see 100 pixel of margin is used. So I'll inspect this now. Yeah, you can see margin bottom has 100 pixels. Now we'll inspect this. Now see it has same 60 pixel margin, Now what is the gap between them? 100 pixel. So whatever the box which will have higher margin, that will be used. Now in between we have 100 pixels, even though it has 60 pixel, but the priority or the domination will be for first box. Okay, so that is about margin collapse. Okay, now by default we have seen that there is some margin and padding, right? Padding and margin, and also we have seen that box sizing, border box, to get the control over the sizes of the elements. But for all the elements we manually we can't go and give these properties, right? Padding 0, margin 0 initially, and box sizing, border box, like this we can't give to all the elements, right? Because we want to remove that padding and margin by default. We want to give that padding and margin from the scratch to the elements. So that's why we have one excellent selector in CSS, that is called universal selector. So if I write star and then open this, and here I can write margin 0 and then padding 0, and then here I'll write box sizing, border box. So now that these three stylings will remove all the default margin and padding to all the elements, and box sizing, border box will be affected to all the elements, so that I can remove this from here. So I'll remove it here and I'll remove it here. Now you can see we'll still get the same with 200 pixels. I'm going to here, and if I hover on this, so you can see I still got 200 width and 200 height. So that is the purpose of using a box sizing, border box, and by default margin and padding are zeros. Okay, now by this I hope you understood the concept of box model in CSS. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.